Austin, just 20 years ago when I got here, had a very small Jewish community. But what's so cool about this city, since it's such a young and vibrant city, is we are making the Jewish community on the fly. A lot of these young Jewish professionals, they've been in Austin for less than 5 years, and they're just literally planting their roots here. We are creating the Jewish traditions. We are creating the Jewish place.
So I was living in Austin maybe 3 or 4 years, and I hadn't been to any Jewish events. And then my sister got married in New York. The entire week was just filled with just so much warmth and just good energy. And I decided when I came back to Austin, I needed to find a Jewish community.
The population is much smaller than LA, where I'm from, where there's a lot of Jews in my neighborhood and schools.
I moved from Boston, Massachusetts, and at first it felt very hard to find my Jewish community. And I felt a little lost from it.
I was new to Austin, didn't know anyone, and Mussy reached out and invited me to a Shabbat at her house.
Hello, this is our Chabad house. This is the small showroom, and right here we have the Chabad lounge where people come and they study, talk, we have coffee. We felt that between the lounge and the living room inside, we would have enough space to host Shabbat services here, classes and smaller events, and then pour out into the living room for larger Shabbat dinners. They don't all fit in this space, but we do put around 65 in here. We move the couches out.
3, 2, 1.
If you've ever been to a Shabbat at YJP, you know that a lot of people go. And sometimes it's standing room only because it's so popular.
There was way more people than I expected that would be here. There was people filling the inside tables that were here, as well as the whole outside.
People like me who are fresh out of college, trying to find their way in life, all the way to people who are, in their 30s, 40s, sometimes even 50s in a young Jewish professional community that are much more established in their career.
We're all really hardworking people and really busy people, but we make Judaism a priority.
Sometimes dating in your 30s can be really difficult and daunting and scary, but through a friend that I met at YJP, she introduced me to Elad, and when I saw him again at a First Fridays event, I was super excited to see him again. And yeah, now it's almost a year later. And
What I feel like the missing void is that Rabbi Mandy and Mussy have been doing with young Jewish professionals is that kind of ages 22 to 40. Where do people meet? Where are you meeting your future partner or your future spouse?
There's a gap between the time that people leave college, and then there's this period of time for 20 years where they don't really feel connected to a Jewish community. YJP really kind of scoops those people up and helps them to establish a community of friends. Maybe they find their beshert there.
The energy of these people meeting each other and becoming friends, you could feel it. It was obvious when I went to his first Shabbat dinner and there was over 100 people crammed into a small house that the community really needed a space for people to meet.
Welcome to the new home for YJP. This is the place for High Energy Judaism. Welcome, we are so excited. This is going to be an incredible space for the community. This is where we're gonna have Shabbat dinners, we're gonna have First Fridays, we're gonna have Hanukkah, Purim, Passover. This is going to be the place where young people can feel excited, thriving connection to their Judaism. The architecture is gonna be incredible. It's gonna be warm, it's gonna be modern, it's gonna be Austin, it's gonna be a little earthy, it's gonna be delicious. We're gonna have a smoker, we're gonna have a grill. We're going to have room for events, activities, celebrations. In that space behind where you can see there's going to be a kosher kitchen. It's going to be a place for venues. You're going to be able to rent for kosher events for yourself, for your family, for your friends. If you're visiting Austin, Texas, where are you gonna go? You're gonna get yourself High Energy Judaism in Austin, Texas. We are literally 2 blocks from Rainey Street. We are 10 blocks from the convention center and from the Fairmont. It is the exact place you want to be.
Having this new space will enable us to put everybody in one place, have these conversations, be able to stand up and see your buddy from across the room and just go over and talk to him without kind of having to search through the house or outside.
It will allow more people to be involved, and I think that once we bridge more people to the Jewish community, it will only allow for more connections to happen.
There was a point where I wanted to actually leave Austin because I didn't think there were enough Jews here. But then I met a lot, and that definitely changed my mind from leaving Austin. And then, of course, the community has just been growing so fast. So I've met so many new friends through YJP as well. And I think that this new building will really hold all the growth that's happening here in Austin.
You know, I think you and I have supported a lot of Jewish philanthropy. We still do. And this one has really come to the forefront, knowing that that gift that we've been given, we have an opportunity right now to help a lot of the future generation.
I love the idea of having a group of young Jewish professionals being able to give each other support.
I agree. Yeah, I think it's really special. And if we're lucky enough and future partnerships or future friendships or future marriages come from it, I'll feel really, really proud that we were part of that.
May this building be the beginning of a whole new chapter for YJP. We have grown and we have doubled and tripled in the last 2 years. We expect this to continue. We're going to go higher and higher.
May this Center for YJP bring a new level of Jewish awakening for now and for many generations to come in Austin, Texas.
Starting in Austin and spreading out into the world.
Yep. We're doing a little bit of Rebbe's work.